So I'm creating over here. So I will give this as what? Angular login page. Okay, so see what I am trying to do over here is, so I will explain something about this service component, service mark. Okay, so see here, we have understood about how can we create a component and how can we create a class, separate class, right? In the same manner, we also have something known as service. Okay, service concept in Angular. So what is this? Okay, so in case of this one, I'll just give you an idea. Basically, service is also like a class only. Okay, that is also a class, but here we can. Yeah. Okay. Okay, ma. Now you see. So this service component also we will create basically. Okay. So now for that purpose, what you can do is, see here, ma. Go to terminal. So here first only you can create. So let's say now user details you want to store, and then for that you want to provide some kind of validations, maybe checking and all these things you want to do. So what you can do is, first let us try to create the class. How we will create the class? Tell me. Ng space G space class, right? And then you can give whatever the class name you want to create, that you can give. Let's say user class I am creating. Okay, fine. So the user class will be created for us. In the same manner, if you want to create service also, what you can do is ng space G space S I can give, I guess, S, and then let's say login. Okay, so for the login part, you want to create a service. Okay, now can you see the service is also created? Here you see in the app. So we have one thing which is user. Within this user, what we will specify, maybe username, password, that details we will specify here. And from where you will write the whole logic and all, you will develop within the service. Okay, so for that purpose we use this service. Are you getting, everyone? Up to this understood, ma? All of you? Okay. So we will give username and password for this particular thing. You can give any names. So as if now I'll go with username, and then consider this as string, and for this username always it will show this kind of error. So keep the not symbol whenever you are using it. And password, this is also string. Fine. Okay, ma. So this is the user class. Up to this clear, everyone? Any doubts in this? Within this only details we will give. And from the service layer, we will write the logic. Okay. So first tell me, whenever I am using this part, service, I am writing some kind of logic. Observe. Okay, the validation and all, everything I'll try to provide over here. I mean, just check the logic. The logic and all, everything will write here. Okay. So users we will create. Okay. otherwise it shows error. See, automatically when you create a service, this is coming. See, @injectable. Fine then. So let me create a new user. And within this new user, we will give some details, okay? Ram 123, some password like this I'm giving, and then like that you can give different details also. Okay, so like this, the user details are there. Fine. So now based on the username and password, if it is correct, only then they will be able to log in. Otherwise, they'll not be able to log in. Right? So this is what we want to develop over there. So for that purpose, see here, everyone. So these are the details. Only these are the registered users like that USU. So only these users will be able to log in. The other people will not be able to log in. Right. So in that scenario, how are we going to do this particular thing? Fine. So for that purpose, so see here, what we will do is, we take, okay. Within the app.component.ts, okay, then I'll try to keep this as not an issue. So here, from here, what we will do is, observe, I'm trying to take, this is a login page like that we want to create in a little bit proper way, right? So here I am writing, shall we keep first only the username and password. So you give something like this login page. Okay. So whatever the styles or some other background, anything you want, you can write it. So as if now I'm not taking that much. Simple username I'll take and password I'll take. Okay. So just for our understanding. Fine. User name. So this we will take it from the user. So it should be type equal to text. Okay. You already know about all these things. That's on. So and then as we are taking the input from the user, so it is a two-way data binding. So we need to use what? Tell me. ng model, right? So ng model equals to, you can see. So whenever you are using ng model, what we need to import in app.module.ts? We need to import respond model. Okay, done. So like this, I am simply taking a username over here. And we should also add few more things like we need to import the service layer within this particular app.module. Okay, login service. So this we need to import. Then only we will be able to use it. We gave username only, right? Or this as a password also. So after this, just try to break the line. And then in the same manner, we will also give for password, because only two things we are giving, right? Username and password. Okay, now after that we will give the button, right? We have to give the button element. So for the button element, as if now I am not using all the things, so simple thing you can add whatever the bootstrap properties and everything you want to add, you can add it, but I'm not going with all these things. So simply I'm giving some button like a login or submit, we can give. Yes, are you getting, everybody? And from here, when you click on this login button, right? So some action should happen. Okay, so verify login details. Are you understanding, everyone? So this is the method I am using. Okay, and 1 minute. What we can do is, for this also, if you want, you can even do is we will inject, okay, the login service. Sorry. So here we will inject the login service, and then accordingly we will also mention this way. Okay, so 1 second. And here you have to also use inject. This constructor. See, I will tell you the flow, how it works. So, but whenever we are using service, I told you we will use this injectable just to string take username, password also, it is also string. Initially, let it be like this. Okay, done. So now what I am saying is, if suppose this dot, okay, login service dot, okay, so what you need to do is, we want both the things to verify. Okay, what I'll say is username and password. Okay, I'm using like this. So check username and password, and here you need to pass both the things. What is it? This dot username also, as well as password. And this particular method we will define within that service layer. Okay, are you getting, everyone? If then we will say that login is this username and password must be checked from where, maybe from the database or whatever the logic that you write. So here we are not using database, but I'm just telling you. So whenever you are doing it, you will check it like this, right? Username and password. From where you will check? You will check that from the database if it is existing or not. So if suppose it is existing, then what I will do is, here, let's take some message string, and I'll keep this as this dot message login success. Like this, I'll print the message. Okay, if suppose, then I'll say invalid login. This I'm going to do. Okay, so but this username and password must be checked from the service layer. So that is more important here. So now for this particular method, we will implement where? Within a service. Are you getting? Yes, people, but how the validation and all will happen? I want to show that to you. So that's the reason I have username is also string and even password. That is also string only. Okay, so both the things are string. Now, how to check whether that particular user is valid or not? Tell me now. In this case, we have only array. Yes or no? And here, so what is this? Users. Users is an array name. So users dot length. Users dot length. Yeah. And then plus plus. So from this for loop, I am trying to check. Dot username. Okay. If it is equals to the username, if it is matching with the username that we are giving, okay, that a user is giving, and in the same manner, password also. If this dot, this is from the array name we are checking, and that is what user is giving. Both the things we are verifying. So if this is username and this one is password, okay, if it is both are equal, right, username and password, if both are equal, then what we will do, we will try to increment the count. Okay, yes or no? This is simple logic I am doing. You can also implement this. So if suppose, let's say count equal to 1, what you will say? Return true. Else you can say return false. Are you understanding, ma? So overall this method is going to return a boolean value. So either true or false. So we are checking whatever the username we are giving, and accordingly we are checking. So now this will be working. See here. Previously we got error. Now it is coming properly. Yes, people understood? 1 minute. Read this one so that maybe some kind of bootstrap components we can use. If class equals to container. Okay, enough. This one is enough. Let us try to run this. I'll explain you once again. The flow I will explain. But first let us check. Done some mistake. Wait. Okay, can you see here now? Right? Username, password. So whatever you enter, only those things should be there. So those people will only be able to access it, not others. So Ram 123. Only if I give that, then only they will be able to log in. So see here, Ram 123. If I say submit, login success. Okay. But yes, people, but in real time, from where we will check? We will check it from the database. Yes, clear? All of you. Have you understood, ma? Everyone? Right? This is how it works. So you can use some bootstrap components. Whatever you want, you can use it. But simply, I just gave you an example. Registered users, then only they will be able to log in. Otherwise, they'll not be able to log in. Okay. So here, for that purpose, what we have used is, first, in order to create this project, we have generated two things. Two fields, username and password. Like that, how many fields you want, you can create it. Okay. So I gave username and password. Now, from the HTML, first we need to check. Okay. whether that particular user, okay, we need to check the login details, right? So we need to check the login details. So that login details we have specified within app.component.ts. Okay. If suppose the username and password both are correct, so then we will say it as login success. Otherwise, we will say it as invalid login. So this should be visible on the page, right? But from where we are checking username and password? So from the login service instance, yes or no? Wired private service. Are you getting? So based on the instance, you are trying to call the method. That's it.